A top-tier assassin who can land a kill shot from 1,600 meters away. Yet during the assassination of the president, he made the most elementary mistake, and the first person to sense something was wrong was merely a rookie FBI agent fresh on the job. When the incident occurred, the emergency response team had only just arrived. Yet the first ballistic analysis from forensics was already laid out on the table. For a government agency notorious for inefficiency, this was nothing short of a miracle. What was even more absurd was the eyewitness testimony. He claimed he saw the rifle barrel sticking out of a window, which was how he determined the shooter's position. But for an assassin capable of hitting a target from 1,600 meters away, this was a rookie mistake he would never make. And that very night, the witness was found dead in an alley. All the clues seemed deliberately coordinated, waiting for investigators to follow the script and piece together a so-called truth, but Nick refused to believe it. He returned to the scene alone, searching for the truth that had been buried. He bypassed the reported sniper location entirely, and instead went to the tower with the widest view. If he were the assassin, he would never choose a spot that was easily exposed, and had only a single exit like that warehouse. He looked down, the entire plaza lay fully in view. This looked like the real sniper position. At that moment he noticed something unusual at his feet. Several marks that had been deliberately concealed. He crouched down and brushed away the dust. 4 neatly aligned holes were suddenly revealed. After measuring the spacing between the holes, he consulted experts on an international firearms forum. Minutes later, they sent him a website. At that moment, Nick finally understood that Bob, from the very beginning, had been nothing more than a scapegoat before he could even process the truth. He noticed several men in the distance, staring at him in a disturbing way. He immediately left the cafe and contacted his colleague. But before he could finish speaking, a van pulled up right in front of him. Before Nick could draw his service weapon, he was forcibly shoved inside. After enduring brutal torture, they strapped him into a rig and placed a gun in his hands, and a deeply emotional suicide note had already been placed on his desk. Just as the gun was about to be pressed to his head, the burly man beside him suddenly collapsed. The confused accomplice quickly drew his gun and hid behind Nick. In the brief moment he peeked out, such precise marksmanship could only belong to Bob, now fully recovered. Once ashore, Bob immediately freed Nick from his restraints. However, the naive Nick still believed that lawyers and the FBI could clear Bob's name. But Bob shattered that illusion outright. Bob knew full well that legal means could never punish the powerful figures colluding between the military and government. And once they learned what had happened here, Nick, who had narrowly escaped, would be framed with fabricated charges and hunted without end. Now, knowing he had nowhere left to go, Nick could only work with Bob to expose the real mastermind.